commitment to the city of Northville. We have this token of our appreciation to honor Jim, and this proclamation states a little bit of the history that he has serving with the city beginning in 1995, his affiliation with Purdue, which we're all familiar with. And the most important part of this is a way to express our thanks is that this Sunday, Jim, January 14th, 2018, is going to be James P. Gallogly Day in the city of Northville. That means you can park anywhere you want all day long.
Did the police know that?
And really, what could be more fitting weather than we're having today? You have to go out on. You're not going to have to field the calls tonight.
Didn't the guys do good today?
So, Jim, I asked Chris if he wouldn't mind coming up here as well, since you worked so long with him and Ted as well. Longer, obviously, than you did with me. But let me just first express my thanks and appreciation. People don't really know how much it takes to make the city work and make the city go day to day. And the thing that's tough about it is when it's going perfectly, no one notices. And the only time anyone notices is when something goes wrong.
And Jim
so
fixed it.
Unfortunately, it's always the bad news, the bad calls. But if you think about every day in Northville, we get up, the streets are plowed in the winter, the leaves are swept, the sewers are clean. All this happens, and it just happens seamlessly, and it's not by accident. So, Jim, on behalf of everyone in Northville, I want to take this opportunity to formally thank you and congratulate you. Thank you for all.
Yeah. Yay.
And I'm going to, Chris, if you want to say a few words. Yeah.
A few years ago, Northville was very fortunate to hire a really good man, somebody that really cares and is really wise.
Yeah.
We had, a lot of people. Wise. He's a wise guy. Andy's a wise guy. He's the only guy that could get me to dress up in a Purdue shirt. Very few people could do that, as everybody knows with my affiliation with U of M. But Jim is one of those guys that I would do that for over and over and over for. A few years ago, I think Jim was going to leave Northville. A big city came by with a big offer, and we sat down and I had a chance to just talk about Northville and how much he meant to Northville. And he stayed. I was shocked, but I was so happy that we had another 12, 13 years with Jim, making sure that those potholes got fixed, those sewer lines got repaired, and all those things happened because it's not an accident. It's really hard to do. Kind of fun to go into a school and ask the kids in 3rd grade, what would you do if you turned on the water tap and nothing came out? What would you do if you flushed the toilet and nothing happened? Well, guess what? That stuff is public works.
That's right.
Those guys do a tremendous job with that.
Yep.
And by the way, the crew over here definitely deserves, credit for making all that. Jim would find solutions. We'd be sitting there pondering how we're going to get around this problem or that problem or the other problem. And rather than sit there and grouse about it, Jim would always figure out a way we could do it. Might not be the most obvious way to do it, but it always worked. And we always got the solution. So that was one thing that was always fun to work with Jim. And he was obviously one of my favorite people to work with during the course of the city. Thank you, Jim.
Oh, thank you. I think we all know
what a great director Jim has been. He's obviously got the technical skills, the engineering part. There's nothing in public works, which is a very complicated field that involves a lot of things that Jim doesn't know, and just brought so much experience and value to our team. I mean, we will miss that about him, but you know, the biggest thing we'll miss is the great person that he was.
Yeah.
And the kindness and the humor, and it just brightened your day when you walked in. And that's what we'll miss most, but we know that I know I wasn't always, you know, when we had issues to deal with, but we always did it with good humor, and we'll miss you as a friend and co-worker, but we know that you'll come back and see us.
We will come back.
And if not, then we'll be out in the cottage.
Jim, we're going to give you a chance for rebuttal in just a second.
Okay.
Before that, we're going to do a couple things here. One thing is, we have a few gifts for Jim. One of them is this lovely portrait of downtown. If you haven't signed it already, please sign it. Express your best wishes for Jim. It'll be right here. The other thing sitting next to it is a cake, which is not for display only. Please, as soon as we get done with this, let's dig into that. And Jim, for a going away present, everyone here chipped in, got you a little something, and hope you enjoy it.
You want me to open this?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Let me step away just in case there's something.
Not ticking.
It's not ticking.
Well,
Got a crank on it.
It's got a crank.
Tough audience.
Hey, Baba, are you all right? It's a watch.
Oh, it's a watch. Whoops, whoops, whoops.
Thank you very much. Wow.
That's cool.
Right from Detroit. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And thank you for all your kind words. And thank you for coming out on this crappy day. My birthday falls the same time every year. It's always this way. I truly appreciate it. You know, I got lots of calls this week, both at the office and at home. People stopped in to visit that can't make it, that couldn't make it tonight, and said some really kind words to me, and I appreciate it. I saw some things online on Facebook that was very nice. Thank you, Paul, for doing that.
You're on Facebook.
I do appreciate y'all being here, and I appreciate your contribution to this, because I'm sure this costs a little bit. Thank you very much. I'm going to really miss Northville. 22 and a half years, that's a third of my life, and it's most of my professional life. So I really connected here. I'm glad that you guys allowed me to run the Department of Public Works. I really appreciate it. We had a lot of good dreamers in town and a lot of doers, and I'm glad to be a part of that. And I'm going to cherish it always. So thank you very much, and I don't know what else to say. Thank you for the people who put this together. I'm thinking this is one, and I know Tracy's part of it, and I'm sure there's Lori. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate it. Thank you.